Yo, yo, yo. Let me go ahead and change that banner. All righty, let's talk. Let's talk. Let's talk for a little bit. I'm not just gonna be here for that long. I just want to go live to talk for a little bit, talk some baseball. I know LA just went live, and I remember I was gonna do this in the afternoon tomorrow. I was planning on doing this for a while now, but I figured, you know what? Maybe I would forget when I want this to be very clear. And I know no one within that organization, maybe a White Sox fan on here, is going to come across this. And before, to my loyal subscribers, they already know leading up to this point how I've been feeling about the White Sox. I've been saying that they are overhyped and whatnot. And listen, I have to, for now, I guess I have to eat some of my words. I think the White Sox have really picked up from what they were last year, at least regular season wise. We still don't know if they're going to be legit in the playoffs or not. But I will say this though, White Sox, I have I have a little task for you, White Sox. See, the Yankees right now, they're kind of scratching and clawing at the moment. They're kind of, they're pretty down bad. Yeah, yeah, we had a pretty good win against the Blue Jays the last couple of games, one coming back from 2-5 down, and then Gary Sanchez hitting a two-run home run shot. Gary Sanchez has been playing very well as of late. I'm actually very happy. I still think we should trade him, and I'm actually very happy he's playing well. Come the time that the trade deadline is getting closer and closer, way closer. Now his trade value is starting to go up. But listen, White Sox, if you think you're that good, if you think you're one of the best, if not the best teams in baseball, do me a favor coming up this upcoming series. I need you to do it. What's up, Loyal Houston? I need you to do me a favor here. I need y'all to win, and I would gain a lot of respect for you if you can win and sweep. At least just win. But if y'all can sweep, that will be great. The Houston Astros. Right now, we're a few games behind the Houston Astros in the wild card race. I know the Indians are kind of in the way also, but I think the Indians, they might hit a wall. Who knows? We don't know. I mean, the Indians have kind of shocked me a little bit. They've kind of surprised me a little bit. Yeah, they lost Lindor, but at the same time, too, they still got some pretty good pitching. Jose Ramirez and all them. Well, not and a lot of the credit has to go to Terry Francona. If by some miracle the Cleveland Indians make the postseason this year, no doubt in my mind, Terry Francona deserves AL Manager of the Year. But we'll see. We will see. But listen, the Yankees right now, they're kind of fighting right now. They need a little bit of sense of urgency. Obviously, we need to take care of our business tomorrow. We're hoping to get the sweep against not the White Sox, the Blue Jays. That would be huge if we can get a sweep against the Blue Jays. Especially the next series coming up when we're playing against the A's. That's not going to be easy either. So we have to take care of our business, but at the same time too, we need the Astros. We need to narrow the gap with the Astros. Obviously, the Indians. We'll see what happens with them. I don't know who they're playing next, but I saw who the Astros play next, and it's in Houston, and it's going to be tough. But I really think the White Sox are capable of winning this series. If they could sweep them, that would be. I'm telling you right now, to the Chicago White Sox fans, if they come across this live stream, if you're watching this, if y'all sweep the Houston Astros, I will not say one bad thing about the Chicago White Sox for the rest of the year. I'm a man of my word because at the end of the day, I don't like the Chicago White Sox, but if it were up to me, if they were playing as the Astros, the Red Sox, the Rays in the playoffs, I'm going for the Chicago White Sox all day, every day. Like what? Like and I need them to win, because right now the Yankees, they need to narrow the gap with the White Sox with the Astros. We need to make this because I know the Blue Jays, like, not the Blue Jays, I'm sorry. The Rays have lost a couple of their games, but we still have the Red Sox to worry about, man. We still like several games behind in the East. I know we still got a lot of baseball to go. Maybe we can turn it around. But at the same time, too, like at this point, I think the Yankees are probably gonna have to fight for a wild card spot. We'll see what happens. But if we're talking realistically, we're probably gonna have to. As far as these standings go, we're at least like 7, 8 games behind. We're gonna have to fight for a wild card spot, and this could be a huge opportunity to narrow the gap, especially with the trade deadline coming up. I mean, we've already heard from Brian Cashman; he's aware of how bad and how below average the offense has been, and he says like they're gonna try to make some moves. I don't know what we're gonna be getting this trade deadline, but I do expect to get someone. I hope it's a left power hitter, just someone that could provide a spark to this offense. Actually, no, we don't really need power hitting because we already got Judge, we already got Stanton. I mean, I don't know about Luke Voigt when he's going to be coming back and whatnot. Sanchez has been picking it up, but I want to say he could get traded, but we already got some pretty good power hitters as it is, you know. We just need guys like a DJ LeMahieu, just guys that can just get on base, just big time hits and clutch hitting, especially with runners in scoring position, which we've been one of the worst teams, damn near dead last with runners in scoring in position. You know what I mean? We just need to trade for a guy to provide us a spark. Who are we going to get? I don't know. But we'll see what happens. The trade deadline isn't until like what, another month or so from now. So we'll see. But I really need this favor from the White Sox because at least I saw it's like 4 games. Let me just double check right here for a second here. Let me just double check. So tomorrow's Thursday, so they play Thursday. They play, let's see here, Friday, Saturday. Yes, Saturday. And do they play Sunday too? Yes. So they're practically playing from Thursday to Saturday. Please, please, White Sox, win this series. At least win 3 out of the 4. If you can sweep them, I am a man of my word. I will not say a bad thing about it. Even if you win 3 out of 4, I will. I won't say anything bad about you guys. I will gain my respect for you guys because I've been saying you guys have been playing in a weak division, and that division's still pretty bad. I mean, the Cleveland, like they're kind of hanging in there. The Royals have kind of fallen off. Sorry, Darcy. The Tigers, I mean, they've done better than I thought, but they're still not a good team. They're still not there yet. And then the Twins, like they've just been disappointing all year. But hey, at the end of the day, they are also a team that still has a lot of talent on that team. And with the Tigers, they're doing better than expected, and they're definitely on the rise. The Royals, I mean, they showed some flashes from time to time, but now have kind of fallen off. But still can cause problems to the White Sox based on the fact that they are a divisional rival. And then the Indians obviously have been kind of one of the better surprises this year. But again, I don't want to be like a broken record. The White Sox, do me a favor. Just do me a favor, White Sox. Win 3 out of the 4. If y'all can sweep, I'm a man of my word. I won't say a bad thing about the White Sox. I will eat some crow and say, hey, you know what, man? Maybe this team is good after all. Maybe this team is capable of going to a World Series, because at this point, I don't know about the Yankees. I just want to get to the postseason, then we'll see what happens, right? But we still got a lot of baseball to go. I know this team is talented enough, but we'll see how they do. And yeah, let me go ahead and check these comments real quick. What up, Raider Mike? My Indians play the Pirates next. You guys do got DJ. Yeah, the Giants have been doing pretty good. Oceanside. Oh man, Oceanside, Oceanside, Oceanside. What's going on with the Padres, man? What's going on with the Padres, man? You guys got swept by the Rockies. Like, I mean, I saw your video, man, and I showed some empathy for you because it's been kind of been disappointing as of late for the Yankees as well, man. And we're also kind of just like scratching and clawing our way through the season, man. So hopefully you guys can turn it around. I know you guys got the Dodgers real soon, so that should be pretty fun. Um, we'll see, man. We'll see how you guys do against the Doyers. Part 3, I know the Dodgers, they lost tonight, and I know they haven't been really. I mean, they're still like 15 games above 500, but I've been talking to fans like Gabe and whatnot, and they're not really that impressed or like, convinced about this team compared to last year. Obviously, the Dodgers were very dominant last year. Yeah, say all you want about a 60 game shortened season, but I forget what their record was, but they won like 40 out of 60 games at least, something like that. And you know, they swept the Padres. They came back from 3-1 to beat the Braves, and then they won the World Series by beating the Rays in six, you know. So, but this year, you know, obviously competition has been kind of tight, obviously, with the Giants being one of the more, you know, better Cinderella stories to start out the season, and not to mention too, like you got the Padres obviously still hanging around that division, man. You know, so we'll see what happens. What was the score? Did you see the? Oh yeah, man. So I'll try to end this soon. It's already 11 o'clock. I got to get to work early tomorrow, man. I've been working a lot as of late, actually. Been working. This is the most I've actually worked in damn near 2 years. You know, especially now that things are starting to open up at 100%. We're getting more customers every day and whatnot. But yeah, man. You know, it's starting to make sense now why the Clippers are not choking in the playoffs because they are in prime position now to finally, even without Kawhi Leonard and I, to finally get over the hump and finally make it past the second round. It was because of Doc Rivers. Let me, to the seven people that are watching, sit back and relax for a second here, and let me tell you guys the timeline of Doc Rivers as a playoff head coach and just a head coach. He's overrated. He's one of the most overrated head coaches in NBA history. He's probably the most overrated head coach in NBA history. If you're looking for the John Gruden of the NBA, this is it. Doc Rivers sucks. Okay, no, he doesn't suck, but he's just overrated. How many times has he blown a 3-1 lead? He blew a 3-1 lead last year. He blew a 3-1 lead in 2015. He blew, well, no, they weren't up 3-1, but at the same time, too, it's just as bad. You know, you're up 2-1, you know, you're kind of beating down on the Sixers and not the Sixers, the fucking Hawks in game four. It seems like you're in prime position to go 3-1 and then you blow it in the end and you lose. Okay, fine. You know, like just shake it off. You know, you got game five at home court advantage. You're up by like what, 28? And you lose? And now you blew back-to-back leads, and now the Sixers are in prime position. Or not the Sixers. I keep saying the Sixers for some reason. The Hawks. The Hawks are in prime position to go to the Eastern Conference Finals when they shouldn't have even made it that far. And then not to mention too, like, okay, you know, when he was the head coach of the Celtics for the Big Three, they won that championship. Yes, yes, they did. But then what happened after that? You know, they lost in the finals in 2010 when they were up 3-2 against the Lakers. You know, and then they didn't win back to the finals ever since. You know, then he gets traded to the Clippers. You know, and then like they just can't get past the second round for some weird reason, no matter how much talent he had. And then when he was with the Magic too, I forgot to mention this too. Well, you know, I think I don't know. I wasn't really watching NBA back then when he was the head coach of the Magic, but didn't he blow a 3-1 lead one time with the Magic with Tracy McGagan in them boys, man? Doc Rivers is overrated, man. He doesn't know how to control a big lead. He gets way too conservative. You know, he seems relaxed. You know, whenever his teams are like in prime position to win. At the end of the day, you got to finish, and that's what Doc Rivers led teams fail to do. They don't know how to finish games. And I feel terrible for Joel Embiid. He's putting on big numbers and he's doing it with an injured knee. Yeah, I don't really watch the NBA like that, like I used to, but I still know what the fuck I'm talking about, man. People are all like, well, you know, why aren't the Sixers like like people kept telling me like, why do you keep disrespecting the Sixers? They probably have a chance to beat the Nets, because I keep telling people the Nets are probably going to go to the finals, and that's why I made that bet with Pistol. And then like people are all like, well, don't the Sixers have home court? They could beat them. They're having a really good year. Embiid is playing at an MVP level. When I'm all like, you want to know why they're going to lose? Not only do they have lesser firepower, obviously, not only do they have probably the most overrated player in the NBA in Ben Simmons, they have the most overrated coach in the NBA. Like, it's just disgusting how overrated this team is. And really, low key, Joel Embiid kind of carries that team, you know? I mean, Tobias Harris, he's good every now and then. Seth Curry, he's hit or miss from three. Ben Simmons, my God, again, he's just overrated. He ain't shit in my opinion. I don't know how he's an all-star every single year. Um, you know, Again, and I pay very little attention to the NBA, and I just know what I see, man. You know, and it's like people wanted to laugh at the Clippers for hiring Tyronn Lue, but at least with Tyronn Lue, say all you want about him, oh, not being a good coach and whatnot. I take him over Doc Rivers right now. I would. The Clippers are in. He won a championship recently. Yeah, it was with LeBron James, but they came back from 3-1 down. He doesn't quit. I give Tyrone a lot of credit. He doesn't quit. The Clippers are in a prime position to come back from back-to-back series where they were down 2-0, and they have a chance to win both those series. For the first time, barring another choke job, the Clippers have the chance to go to the fucking Western Conference final. You know, and maybe if Kawhi is healthy, maybe they might be in prime position to go to the NBA Finals to play against the Net. That'd be a dope finals, by the way. Net Clippers and Nets. But this is all about baseball. So let me just get that out the way. You know, I kind of already addressed it from before. But yeah, Simmons agreed. Simmons is overrated. Overrated as fuck. I kind of already addressed it before, Eric. If I didn't, let me go ahead and address it again. Not a fan, but at the same time too, what are you gonna do? At this point, I feel like with Garrett Cole, he pitched very well tonight. He did give up a couple of solo homers, but other than that, he pitched 8 innings. Was very clutch towards the end. Um, and I still think he's a very good pitcher even without that stuff. I know there were rumors that Corey Kluber also may have used that stuff. I mean, obviously Corey Kluber is not going to be back for a while, you know, but other than that, none of our other pitchers were used. Clearly, Jason Jameson's high on for as bad as he is. He didn't use that stuff, and I don't think Jordan Montgomery did either. You know, but I still think uh, Garrett Cole's still a very good pitcher. I still think he's in prime position to win the Cy Young Award this year. I hope he does, regardless of not if we make the playoffs or not. I think he's pitched very well this year, given the competition he's gone up against. From like almost a week to week basis, going up against guys like a Vladimir Guerrero, like an Alex Verdugo, Xander Bergards, all these type of pitchers, Randy Rosarena, Yandy Diaz, and whatnot in that division. Fucking that one guy from the Orioles, I can't remember his name at the top of my head. Just guys like that in our division. The one that battled cancer. I'm trying to remember his name, but I can't at the moment for some reason. My brain is freezing. But these are all very good power hitters. And Garrett Cole is able to pitch very well against them. So. Holy shit, we got so many comments right here, man. And look at Lily Scott in the fucking flesh, man. You know? Yeah. He's chin Julio now, but come November, man, he's gonna scream fucking injury reserve because I don't I don't even think Julio's gonna fucking last. And I'm not even being a Julio hater. I love me some Julio Jones, but motherfucker's 32, played half the games last year, man. He's been battling some injuries, the past few years, man. You know, so we'll see what happens. The best ability is availability, sir. But with that being said, man, this has been your boy, Ash Raider. White Sox, do me a favor, please. Just really just sweep them. I would love that. Just sweep the Astros, man. Narrow the gap for us. Help us out. Help us out. Don't be bitches and fucking lose that series on purpose because you're scared that if we make a wild card and y'all get the first seed and we win that wild card game and we have to play you guys in the first round, man. I mean, we already swept you guys. We know we can beat the White Sox. But listen, man, just help us out. Don't be bitches. If you have to play us in the wild card, then so be it. Sometimes, in order to be the best, you got to beat the best. You know what I mean? And the Yankees, before the year started, were the favorites to win the AL. So we'll see what happens, though. We still got a long ways to go before we can even think about playoffs, man. But it would help. It would help a lot. Um, White Sox, if you could do that, please. All right. Anyways, guys, man, I'm actually going to head out this time, man. It's been your boy Ash Raider. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace, and as always, go Raiders.